Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have another feature video. This time it is on Kish's Evo 10 MR, and this is a 2012 Evo in the titanium colour. And as you can see, it is very nicely modified. It's got a lot of tasteful parts on it. So what I'll do is I'll do a little walk around of the car and we'll list some of the mods. Now obviously it's got a lot done, especially in the engine bay, a lot of custom pits. So I'll try and list everything, but I'm sure I'll forget a few things. Yeah, with that said, let's see what we've got in this car. Okay, so let's start off with the exterior mods, and starting off at the front. So down here you can see we have an MR badge on the front there. We have an ETS front mounted intercooler, and we have some Rally Art carbon fibre fog light deletes, which is a bit of a rare piece. So it's this carbon fibre piece with the mesh. It's all one piece. If you can see down there, we've got some daytime running lights. It's an MR, so obviously we have the projector headlights. Then we have some genuine Sea West carbon fibre hood scoop or bonnet scoop and vents. As you can see, the vents are raised up, which is something a bit different. You don't see that very often. Front lip, Kish was just telling me he did have a carbon fibre front lip, but managed to damage that on his driveway, so he's just gone with just a plastic one from eBay for now. Coming around to the side, see we've got some Dulac Ganador mirrors. It's a very hard to find piece now, pretty sure you will not be able to find these if you tried, but these are carbon fibre, they've been painted. So it's a really nice touch to the car. Have some LED side indicators and some carbon fibre OEM style side vents. We have some mud flaps that are front and rear, and then obviously we have this side skirt extension. Coming around to the back, just have this vortex generator style add-ons there. Have a genuine Dulac rear bumper, boot or trunk that is carbon fibre and has been painted. As you can see, it looks really nice. down to the exhaust, we have a HKS catback with the titanium tips and some Vera style tail lights. Okay, so wheels, tyres and suspension. Start off with the wheels. As you can see, we've got some Wed Sport, and they are SA55M. These are 19 by 9.5, and unsure on the offset at this stage. I'll have to put that in the description. And they are wrapped with some 275 30 by 19 Michelin Pilot Super Sports. Also got some slotted front rotors, and they are 2-piece. And we also have the Brembos powder coated in white, which looks really nice, something you don't see very often. Okay, so the suspension, he has Öhlins R&T coilovers. You have some Beachrush prop shaft bushings and a Beachrush front strut bar. Also have Ralliart front suspension bushes, and he has Project U pads with Goodrich braided brake lines. So that'll finish off the wheels, tyres and suspension. Let's move on to the interior. Okay, so moving on to the interior, as you can see, it is really nicely modified in here. One of my favourite interiors, starting off with the genuine Recaro leather seats. They are the full leather, so leather bolsters on the outsides and also leather on the inside with perforated, and they are also heated seats. We have this custom steering wheel, so I'm not sure if you can see in the video, but it's actually a bit thicker. It's got these little sort of notches here, and with a flat bottom and perforated leather on the sides, so that's actually a really nice touch. Also have a custom gauge mount. So same that I have, it just has the single gauge. So this is the AEM failsafe AFR gauge. And if you come across here, we have an ARC carbon fibre shifter. And it actually has the more modern interior compared to mine. So it has the gloss black with the cubby holes, which I've always wanted that. Looks really nice. We have a 10.2 inch Android touchscreen head unit. So if you come over this side of the interior, you can see we have this Blitz carbon fibre passenger pod, which is a really nice piece, and it actually angles towards the driver, as you can see. And in here we have 3 gauges, 60mm gauges. So we have oil temp, SST and boost. And then down here we also have a fire extinguisher bracket, and then we have the Zetronics, not sure if that's pronounced right, ethanol content analyzer, little digital screen there. So I think that's about it for the interior. Now we'll move on to the engine bay. Okay guys, so moving into the engine bay, as you can see there is a lot going on here, so I guarantee I'm going to miss a few things, but try and read off what I can. So starting off with the turbo, it is a GT Pumps 712 turbo, which is the same that I run. Then it has some GSC S1 cams. We've got a Tomei Extreme downpipe with a Cobb high flow cat, and then, like I said earlier, the catback, which is the HKS Super Turbo muffler. So you can't really see much of that, but yeah, as you can see, we have this Dryden Motorsports manifold heat shield there. Have a red valve cover, as you can see, and some little Ralliart badges on the coils. Got a Tomei oil cap. So, as I mentioned earlier, we've had the Öhlins R&T coilovers and this Beachrush strut bar. Move on over here, we have a Forge power steering reservoir, a driven fab catch can, and then this one's something I hadn't seen before until today, is another forge piece, and this is for the headlight washers. So normally it would be a plastic cap here, so that's something a bit different. Same for these two, these are forge pieces, so that's something a bit different than the carbon fibre that you usually see. Coming to the front, you have the APR carbon fibre radiator cooling tray. Have some TT Racing silicon piping for the radiator, and then we have the HKS blower valve with piping, and it's going down into a cob intake, like inlet pipe. Then with I believe it's an AEM MAF housing, then goes into the ARC or ARC design airbox, which has been changed. Rather, you usually have the foam filters down here and here, but they are known to sort of degrade over time and you end up sucking bits of foam into your turbo, so it's just gone with a filter. Then got the Perspex lid on it, which looks really cool, something that stands out a bit. Over here, as you can see, we've got the Tomei titanium upper intercooler piping. We have a radium fuel rail, and also didn't really show these braided lines for the catch can. And we also have a Cobb 3-port boost controller. And I did mention the intercooler at the start was an ETS 3.5 inch front mount intercooler. And next thing that is actually coming for the car, which I'll show you in the boot in a minute, we have a NOS tank, as he's gone for the DEI cryogenic fuel chill system with intercooler purge kit. So that's this back here. You can see this line for the purge for the intercooler in front. So that's something that's coming on the car soon. It's all sort of set up, it's got to be sort of started yet, but that's something a bit different. And yeah, like you can see, the engine bay is really unique. Doesn't look like every other engine bay that you see. A lot of little custom touches, and it actually makes really great power too. Okay, and just also I forgot to mention the injectors, and they are ID 1000cc injectors. Also the fuel pump is a Walbro GSS 352 fuel pump. So with all of that, tuned by Nick at NA Autosport in Brisbane, it's made 245 kilowatts on 98 pump fuel and 300 kilowatts on E85, and it's currently just running on 98 at the moment. So yeah, what we'll do now is we will put a couple of flybys of the car so you can get some, hear what the car sounds like, get a few revs of the exhaust. Okay guys, so that's the end of the video there. Really hope you enjoyed. It's definitely one of my favourite Evo 10s in Brisbane. And so yeah, went through the mods, definitely missed a few things I'm sure, but if I did I'll try and put those in the description or put a comment below. But yeah, I've got a couple of sound clips, a few revs of the exhaust. So as you can hear, it's really a nice sounding car as well. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the video there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you put a like on the video below and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Feature videos on Evo 10s and rally arts and any other Evo 10 rally art related videos. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.